Well, I hope all the extreme sports we've been covering tonight have made you hungry, because we're going to introduce you now to the Culinary Arts program at Southern Maine Technical College. It has produced some of the finest chefs in the region under the tutelage of Chef Will Beriau. And if you don't believe us, feast your eyes on this. It tastes as good as it looks. It's the Friday buffet at Southern Maine Technical College. Students prepare and serve the meal under the watchful eye of Chef Will Beriau.
I mean, we have boneless roast pork loin there, Cuban marinated pork loin, fresh halibut, and that's $10 a pound. Chicken sauté Pierre plus pâtés. I have a venison pâté out there, grilled, chilled, marinated duck. I mean, where can you go for $7 and eat like that?
That's right, the buffet is just $7 plus 50-cent state tax, and every Friday, folks line up at noon for a culinary treat. Of course, the kitchen has been humming for hours. Freshmen do the basic food preparation work, making bread and rolls, as well as soup and salads. Upperclassmen handle the more complicated selections. Katie Price, a freshman, is handling the mise en place. She's putting in place a sauce that will complement the chicken Pierre.
I really love to cook because people really love to be fed.
Yeah.
And so I've always had a passion for it.
SMTC is one of 5 technical colleges that run culinary arts programs. Graduates here have a 92% employment rate. Chef Beriau has graduates working all over the world, including many of Maine's finest restaurants. In fact, many, like Jason Broker, don't find the preparation of such an elaborate buffet nerve-wracking at all, because he's already in the industry.
I actually, at the Sheridan, we have a breakfast buffet, and I work on the weekends, and that's when I usually work.
This is hands-on learning at its best. While students do receive letter grades from Chef Beriau, their classroom work is known all over campus. SMTC President Jim Ortiz is a frequent visitor.
We're going to throw a big thing now that we should be assessing what the students learn in culinary arts. The simplest thing to do, you just come and eat. And that's if you don't like it, then they fail. Kidding.
Few do. Most take starting jobs in the industry between $15,000 and $38,000. They are taught accounting, business organization, management, menu planning, nutrition, and a plethora of other subjects. Students cook every day and often come from families where cooking is important, like Antonio Velacci. Antonio went to Italy with part of his class and plans to incorporate some of his own grandmother's sauces into his repertoire.
Everybody in my family likes to cook, and they definitely like to eat. If you ever see them, they're not too shy around the middle.
The diners are seated at noon and served a salad as final preparations are made in the kitchen and on the buffet line. There's a certain anxiousness among the students and their professor.
You know, it's like World War II. The fighter pilots that went up cocky never came home. I get nervous 10 minutes before every meal, wondering, is everything in place? Is everything right? Is everything hot? Is everything seasoned? And that's the way a chef is.
The guests are then invited to the buffet line by other SMTC students who are serving as waitstaff. Everything must be right, because guests' faces instantly fill with delight as they choose such items as fresh halibut with peanut sauce, broiled sirloin tips with mushroom sauce, chicken Pierre, and desserts. Pastry chef David Libby thinks presentation is as important as taste.
I think it's about a 50-50 split, because I think a lot of times we really eat with our eyes, so you know, a lot of times just try to get the students to think presentation, eye appeal, so forth. Then the flavor kind of flows in with the theme.
And the theme today seems to be, isn't living like royalty wonderful? The dining room overlooks Casco Bay. You can even see Portland Head. Hap and Colleen Wald come often.
The food is superb. Kids try harder probably than a restaurant. And I love it.
Those opinions are shared throughout the dining room. There are all kinds of different people here, and the program isn't advertised. It's all word of mouth. So these diners aren't just sharing a meal, they're sharing a secret.
Well, yesterday my husband sent me an email at work, and he said, how would you like to join me for lunch tomorrow at SMTC? Kind of a nice way to break the winter doldrums and get out and do something a little different, and I thought it sounded like a great idea.
Lynn Foley worked in the restaurant business for 10 years. The buffet by the water has become a family tradition.
Oh, it's wonderful. You get to come and have all the different types of things that you want, and you get to be with favorite friends, and we come at least once a year. This has been a tradition for about 10 years for us. And we used to bring my grandmother, and she passed away a couple years ago, and now we're introducing new members of the family to the opportunity.
The buffet is served every Friday. They have a wonderful a la carte lunch on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Students love this course.
They're really interested in you because they know that you really enjoy it and that you're dedicated to it and that you're doing it not only for money but for yourself, for your future.
Perhaps most important, the students also learn a philosophy. Preparing excellent food is important, but being hospitable is even more so.
Hospitality is the kind and gentle services for people away from home. And if you have that attitude that our guests are our guests and not our customers, if you have that attitude, how can you do wrong?
The world could use a little more civility and lots more great food. You can find equal helpings of each every Friday at SMTC.
A little hot, but it's good.
I'd like to thank my friend Chef Will Beriau for a wonderful lunch that day. And if you'd like to enjoy some truly remarkable food, I know the kids at most of Maine's technical colleges would love to serve you.